Hey guys, I'm back again. Okay, you're probably wondering like, hey, why are you recording like 20 times in one day? Well, because I'm recording videos, so then because I'm not gonna upload them all at once, and I'm like, if I have this idea, I'm gonna get it done now, so then I don't have to do it later, and I won't forget about it. And I have time, so I'm gonna do it now. What I'm doing is I just finished Metro, I just finished another video, and blah 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 and stuff like that. And I'm uploading another one that I recorded a while ago, like a long time ago, and I'm uploading it now. It's almost done. It's on the third step of uploading. And you're probably wondering, like, oh, you're editing, like, my editing software is very limited. I don't have much money and stuff. I'm going to go back to recording video game footage, like Left 4 Dead 2 with mods and custom maps, and Payday, stuff like that with fraps. But the free thing only records 30-second periods. Sometimes I'm lucky, maybe a little bit longer, and sometimes shorter. And it's hard to deal with that, and it's hard to be playing a game and focusing if that's on, if it's recording or not. And it's like I'm messing with a broken camera and just having to pay attention to it all the time. It's hard to play a game full focus when you're worrying about that, worrying if your mic's being too buggy, worrying if the Skype call's working. And the fraps is just, it's another thing I don't want to deal with. So I need to purchase it, and it's like $40, so I'm hoping to get it sometime soon, but we're having a little bit of money issues and stuff, and like we always do. I'll get through it. Like, my stuff's a priority for us, so I'm dealing. So I'm making these kind of videos till I can get that, just so I could get some things uploaded. I might do some live action stuff. I did Superman videos, and I haven't posted any of them yet. At least I don't think. And Superman came out, so I had to post those because what? Why? Because those videos are actually like current and they're supposed to be like near this area, so I have to post these to like today or this week. So today or tomorrow I gotta post my Superman videos. I have 2 of them. The thoughts on it after I watched it, and I got a video before it which talks about like Superman, talks about random stuff. It's just me, my friends Sam and Jake, and we're talking before the movie because we had free time. I'm like, well, I was gonna record this later, but now's a better time. And then we kind of got interrupted and stuff. But you know what? That's not even what this video is supposed to be about. This is supposed to be about something else. You know what this is about? This is about Borderlands 2. Heyo! And Steve. Steve's one of my favorite characters in that game. If you watch the Claptrap web series on the internet, on YouTube, there's a character named Steve, which is just a random band, and he can't say anything else but, heyo! That's all he can say. And he's in the game. He references a side quest you can do, which was a really fun side quest. I just beat the game at level 30. I think I leveled up to 30 right when the game ended. It glitched at the end, and it didn't. Something fell on the console, and it didn't allow me to go and click the button. So I had to quit my game, come back. I was like, please don't tell me I have to fight these 2 things again, because I had to return this in like 30 minutes, and it came back, and everything was already dead. And I was like, yes, I just have to go and click the button, and I ran over, clicked the button, blah blah blah. So I did that. The game ended, and I was like, hey, okay, I gotta pack this up and go return it right now. Like, right now. So, that happened. So it was a little bit stressful. We kind of just bum rushed the last 4 levels, like, last 4 story missions. I played a bit of it by myself, for, like, the beginning of it, because I played it before, so I'm like, I gotta speed through this. Because, like, sometimes it's hard for me to replay if I don't have a reason to replay it. Like, I want to record Borderlands because it's really fun to watch, watch my friends and I screw around in it, and I wish you could. I played as Zero, by the way. I'm really bad as Assassin. I would kind of the thing is with Borderlands 1, I played as Mordecai first. I sucked as Mordecai. Did not know how to play as him. I was better as a Siren. I played as a Siren, and I was already better as a Siren. I'm a better Siren player. It's just a fact. I'm a better Commando player and Soldier player as well. So I realized next time, if they make a Borderlands 3 or if they make an MMO Borderlands thing, I'm going to be playing a Siren or Commando first. Most likely Siren, because I like the Siren classes. I haven't played Gunzerker yet. I played tiny bit. I haven't done much I didn't do any combat with him yet. I made the character. I'm like, oh, I'll save him for later. I'm going to play as the Psycho, because the Psycho looks cool. I'm probably going to suck as playing him, because I sucked as playing as Brick in the first game. And Psycho's kind of like Psycho and Gunzerker kind of like them. So that's that. The Necromancer looks cool. I don't know if I'll be good as her or not. She's cool. That's one thing I like about this game. Right since it's time, I thought, oh crap! I just remembered you guys didn't remind me about something in my Metro Last Light video. I'm gonna do something about that. Thank you, myself, for reminding myself of that. Anyway, there's a thing, like, I think they realize that people are like Tiny Tina, and they're like, because, like, here's the thing. Video game people, you know you have crushes on characters, and one of them is Tiny Tina, and you're like, that's not good, because she's a 13-year-old. That's illegal for some people. For me, it's technically legal. It's only a 3-year difference. But anyway, it's still different and weird and awkward. So, and she's young. So the Necromancer is literally just a tall, older version of Tiny Tina. Just look at her. She's got the same face shape. She kind of just looks like a cousin of hers or something. And then there's a whole rumor that Krieg is Tiny Tina's dad, which would be really cool and awesome, because Krieg's super funny, and it actually makes sense because Krieg's main personality, because he's got multi-personality disorder, MPD, and the main personality is not his original one. His original one's buried underneath, and he can't access his memories, remembering Tiny Tina sometimes. Sometimes they reoccur, and he says some things like that. But anyway, that's a cool thing. Like, they had Tiny Tina come in there, and then they have Necromancer. Like, it's kind of like, hey, if you like Tiny Tina and you want someone to have a crush on, here's the Necromancer. And then there's Maya, and then there's Lilith. Lilith's one of my favorite characters. The Angel's one of my favorite characters. I liked Tannis, Dr. Tannis. She was one of my favorite characters. I love the Borderlands characters are so cool. TK Baha. That's the thing about Borderlands. It has these great attachable characters. Now, that's one thing with Borderlands too. Me and my friend, I was on the verge of tears. The only reason I didn't cry was because I saw it all coming. I mean, it's not that complex of a story. It's a very simple storyline, and you can tell what's gonna happen. Well, at least I could tell what's gonna happen. I'm like, this is gonna happen, and it's gonna make me want to cry. So I didn't cry because I saw it coming, like 3 missions beforehand. Nothing was a surprise to me. I was never caught off guard. I was never like, oh, that happened. That never happened to me. I was never needed to be on my toes because it felt like I knew it was going to happen. It was just, it wasn't that, well, that happens to me in lots of movies and games these days. I just like, oh, well, this is going to be this, and it just happens to be that way, and I don't get surprised that often. My friend Jay, he played it, and he was like, I was crying. I'm like, well, I would cry, but I see it all coming, and it kind of ruins it. It's not like I didn't get spoiled too much. I got spoiled like a little bit. Like, they spoiled a few things, but it wasn't really noticeable, and I couldn't really figure it out. But like most of the things, I'm like, it's gonna be like this. 5 minutes later, oh, it happened to be that. And I'm like, oh, that's just brilliant. It was just. Again, it wasn't that hard to figure out, which kind of, again, it didn't give me that feeling. Like in Borderlands 1, I was like, oh my god, everything's crazy, and it's just like, blowing things up, and it was, because it was different. In Borderlands 2, it has the same feel, and once you see Borderlands 1, you know the feel, and then you know what's coming from them, and you kind of just see the flow, and you kind of just see it happening. So, that's one downside of it, for me personally, because I saw everything coming, a mile away. But other than that, the guns are fun. They're funny moments. There are tons of references, tons of moments, tons of funny things. If you have friends, it makes it even better. The characters are awesome. There's 6 characters. Want to know what I did in Borderlands 1? Borderlands 1, I played all 4 characters and beat the game on all 4 characters. And then they had the feature of playing a second playthrough. So I played all 4 characters twice, meaning I played that game 8 times. Then they came out with 4 DLC, I think? 4 DLC, well, there's zombie... yeah, 4 DLCs, roughly. And I played all 4 DLCs on all 4 characters. And then on the second playthrough, I had to play those DLC again. So I played the game fully 8 times. Maxed out characters with modded weapons, modded shield, everything at the end. Not at the beginning. I played that game legitly. I killed Cromarax about 20 times. Not actually, that's an exaggeration. I killed him about 20,000 times. It was all like we were bored. We're like, wanna go kill Cromarax? Sure. We would drive over there. Like, yeah, we're gonna kill you. And it took like 5, maybe 10 minutes on a bad day. So that happened. Borderlands 2, I haven't used anything modded. I'm not gonna use anything modded till like I'm later level, like when the game's almost over, like on the last DLC maybe, which is already coming out. That's how I don't own the game. I rented it, and I rented it twice. No, I rented it 3 times technically. That's detailed. Doesn't matter. But I leveled up my siren a little bit. Because I was playing it. I'm like, they were playing a game. I'm like, I gotta level up my siren so that I could be over leveled in the early on, so I could just get through it. Even though that would have been smart with my assassin, because my assassin I had trouble playing with. But anyway, I did the same thing with my commando. So we would come in and we'd be like, oh yeah, well, my commando. I jumped in my commando. I was level 6. They were level 3, and they just caught up to me, and we just leveled up together from there on. Till a certain point, we got like, I think we got to Sanctuary, like the second, like we got to Sanctuary, and then we finished. And then I went to go beat the game. So I beat the game, ended up on level 30. I need to buy the DLC. I need to buy the game first, and I had a little note card. Here it is. This is my note card for Borderlands 2. These are all the funds I need for Borderlands 2. Now, I don't know if you can read it, but here it is. These are all DLC. This is the game down here. For GameStop, it's $30, brand new. Used, it's like $27, which is basically like $23 or $30. So basically, we have the Necromancer right here, which is 800 Microsoft points. Then we've got the Psycho, 800 Microsoft points, and we have Hammerlock DLC, which is 800 points. Then we've got the other one, which I can't read it. Oh, it's the Carnage one, which is 800 Microsoft points. Then we have this one, which is, what is it? Oh, this is the Pirate one. Pirate, which is 800 Microsoft points. Then this is all the total. The total Microsoft points I need are 4,000 Microsoft points. And if you add Tiny Tina's DLC, is 800 Microsoft points, which is 4,800 Microsoft points. Which alone, all that DLC alone, is $60. 60. That's a lot of money. That's $90 of Borderlands I need. Now, I don't know how much the season pass is. If the season pass, I had to check the total of the season pass, do the numbers of the characters and Tiny Tina's, and see if it's cheaper to get the season pass, which probably is. I believe that's the whole point of the season pass. So I'm gonna check into that and stuff like that. So $90 right now, $90 of Borderlands. I can't even afford 40 of Frapp's recording equipment. So it took me a long time before I do that. And all my friends are gonna be like, oh yeah, we have like 20 characters, and I beat it like 1,000 times. Yeah. Yeah, I can't do that too much. That's, I've rented it, that's your 2 days, 5 days, 5 days, so 10, 6, 7, so 7 days to beat the game on 0, and less than that, take like 2 days, so like, let's say like 5, it's taking me like 7 days, 5, 10, 12 days, so to make that like 9 days it took me to beat the game, the rest of the days probably were like screwing around time, making other characters and stuff, so like, taking sleeping hours, so doing the math here, 7 days, took me like 7 days to beat the game, with like a day of screwing around time. Yeah. And it's got a lot of time, because I gotta now I have the second playthrough available. I'm gonna play through the second playthrough, so that's 4 characters twice, so that's 8 playthroughs, and then adding 2 more characters, so that's 2 more, and that's 4 more playthroughs, and that's a lot of game time. That is 12 playthroughs of the game alone. If I just get that, that's a lot of gameplay. That's, I don't know if that probably equals up Borderlands 1 gameplay time. Because Borderlands 1 wasn't that long. Not as long as 2's. 2's was like rounds around, and like the maps were like different, and the maps confuse me sometimes. Like there's like 2 areas I get like, oh, I can't read the fucking map, because the map like lays over itself and stuff. Sometimes I get confused and stuff and things like that. So yeah, so that's a lot of gameplay. That's before all the other DLC. That's a 1,600 Microsoft points to get the 2 characters. Getting the 4 DLCs. The 4 actual DLCs, which I really want to do, because I want that Dungeons & Dragons one, for sure. that's a lot of gameplay. That's a lot of game time. That's a lot of time to go and screw around and randomly screw around, and it's a lot of side quests. It's a lot of fully beating the game stuff. It's a lot of stuff to do. A lot of money though, which I don't have. So Borderlands 2, I beat it. I played it. I love it. It's amazing. Highly recommend it. Again, I don't like rating things 10 out of 10 because then nothing's perfect. 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10, 9.5 out, 9 out of 10, 9.5 out of 10, somewhere in between there. 9.25 out of 10. Maybe like that. It's a great game, highly recommend it. I don't know anyone who hasn't played it. If you haven't played it yet and you aren't even thinking about it, think about it. It's an amazing game. If you're thinking about playing the game, play the game. Just borrow it, rent it, buy it, something. You're gonna like it. It's super fun because it's funny, it's comical, but it's also got it's not just comical, but it's got great gameplay. It's a great RPG shooter. It's amazing. It's amazing. I like it. Really fun. If you're looking forward to Destiny, it's kind of like Destiny. Destiny, it's like the same feel. Like it's got classes and stuff, and it's got skill trees. I don't know if you. I think you can max out 2 skill trees and maybe delve into start the 3rd one. I think the most you can do is max out 2 without modding it. My friend's already modded the game, and I'm like, you don't just. He already modded his character and stuff. So, those are my thoughts on Borderlands 2. And before you play Borderlands 2, play Borderlands 1. Try to get through the story at least. Because those characters come back in Borderlands 2. And they're primary characters. And you're not going to know them. And you don't have the emotional attachment. And there are a lot of characters and a lot of references from Borderlands 1 into Borderlands 2. So if you're going to play it, I highly recommend at least looking into or reading or something about Borderlands 1. So you know what happened. Thank you guys so much. This is Lightning D27, and this is my... what's the word I'm thinking? Oh, this is my review on Borderlands 2. It's freaking awesome.